Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Rose of Venus Tarot. It's Lacey, and this is going to be a love reading for the air Venus sign. So, if your Venus is in any of the air signs, like Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, this reading is going to be for you. But first, let's read about the air signs and air Venuses so we familiarize ourselves with them and what a Venus sign is here. What is a Venus sign? A Venus sign in astrology refers to the zodiac sign that the planet Venus was in at the time of your birth. Venus governs love, relationships, beauty, pleasure, money, and social interactions. Your Venus sign shapes how you express affection, what you find attractive, and how you approach romantic and social connections here. And then we got Venus air signs. The air signs in astrology are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. When Venus is in one of these signs, it influences how you express love and connect with others in an intellectual, communicative, and social way. Below is an overview of Venus in each air sign here. We are pretty intellectual. I'm an air Venus sign. I'm a Libra Venus. But coming up first is Venus in Gemini. We got traits curious, witty, playful, and communicative here. Love style. People with Venus in Gemini crave mental stimulation in relationships. They're drawn to partners who are clever, talkative, and versatile. They enjoy flirting, intellectual banter, and a variety in their romantic life. Strength, charming, adaptable, and open to new experiences. They keep relationships lively with their quick wit and sense of humor. Challenges may struggle with commitment or consistency as they can be restless or easily bored. Emotional depth might take a backseat to intellectual connection. Ideal partners, those who are communicative, spontaneous, and enjoy intellectual exchanges. Oh, Venus in Libra, that's Lacey, that's me. Traits, romantic, diplomatic, charming, and harmony seeking. Let me find out I'm diplomatic, dipset, like, all right. Love style, Venus in Libra is the quintessential romantic, seeking balance and beauty in relationships. They value partnership, fairness, and aesthetic connection. Oh, Lacey aesthetic in the comments. I mean, in my description box, if you want to see my nail page, and maybe I'll start doing more on that page. I'm not really sure, but I definitely do value aesthetics there. Like as far as love, and I like creating something beautiful and something. All right, Asiatic connection, often prioritizing their partner's happiness. They're drawn to refined, graceful, and socially adept individuals. I am drawn to refined and adept individuals who, like, I guess, I don't know, can be overly focused on pleasing others, sometimes at the expense of their own needs, may avoid conflict to maintain peace, leading to unresolved issues. Those who are cultured, kind, and value equality in relationships. Oh, that's their ideal partner. So, ideal partners, those who are cultured, kind, and value quality in relationships. I suppose I do like people who are cultured and kind. Venus in Aquarius traits unconventional, independent, intellectual, and freedom loving. Love style. Venus in Aquarius approaches love with a detached yet open minded perspective. They value individuality and intellectual compatibility, often seeking partners who are unique or share their progressive ideals. Friendship is a key component of their romantic connections. Strengths: open to non-traditional relationships, highly accepting and forward thinking. They prioritize mutual respect and freedom in love. Challenges: can seem emotionally aloof, distant, as they prioritize independence over deep emotional bonding. Commitment may feel restrictive to them. Ideal partners: those who are unique, open minded, and respect their need for personal space here. Right off the bat, I was getting an intuitive message on, I could already tell you confused somebody here. You confused a lot of your past partners because they can feel your appreciation for them, but they couldn't rule you by it too. It's like people, you intellectualize love and emotions, and that can be daunting and haunting, or feel like you guys are putting people under a microscope when it comes to that. And they feel seen. At first, they feel seen by you, and then they feel like, wait, this person sees me here. I feel like you also have somebody who, they fail to understand you rather than trying to pull you by your emotions when it's hard to do it. Like it's hard to pull a air Libra by their emotions. Even me as a Libra Venus here, we're always going to win. And we're always going to win when it comes to love because we put our heart in our brain, and we're attracted to people because of their mindsets and their brains. So once somebody starts pulling their blood from their brain and into their lower bodies, and their manipulation in like a certain way, we immediately recognize that, and then they lose our validation. After putting them on a pedestal, they could suddenly feel like you ripped the rug from underneath their feet here. You got somebody feeling like that with you, maybe quite a few people who you've had to turn away from, especially if you're like Libra Venus here. I'm like, I do like to please, make things aesthetic, and I crave some sort of fairness and balance and love. 9 times out of 10, if somebody does for me, I usually do back for them here. I don't like, and that could be surprising to a lot of people, especially men. Like, if they paid for the meal, chances are I'm going to buy them dessert. But I've learned not to show those giving traits too far off here, because it could like, it can make people feel like, like, what's this kindness? Why are you doing for me? Why do you want to please me here? I've learned to take the pleasure first before I give the pleasure here. And then this is how we balance the scale out, because I like that fairness. It's like, okay, what is this going to be? If I share something with someone, I usually ask them for something, and I do like to gas people up. I feel like some of you guys do that too, and this is why I love this channel, this tarot reading channel, because not everybody can appreciate that. But I like gassing you guys up, lifting you up, and preparing you into intellectualizing other people's emotions so that other people can understand them here. That's kind of what the air Venus signs do here. So I'm gonna pull some cards on this energy. Divine, please tell me more. And you guys won whatever love battle is at. Like, you guys won. You won whatever battles people try to put on you. I can feel you is coming out here, and I feel like this is less emotional. And with I feel you coming out here, it's like a lot of people understand you mentally when they say I feel you. They're like, I feel you. Like, you hit a certain spot mentally in people that they can't hit themselves here. There's somebody who felt like, like, even like when you're a Libra Venus, you can have people that can sense that people pleasing quality, but because it's in your Venus sign here, it's like people can't get to it. They can't access it in you. They like, I know it's something here that wants you, like, that you wanna love, you wanna give and stuff, but like, how do I get it? They don't realize that they got to put something on one side of the scale for you guys to come and put something on the other side of the scale, because then they come to realize that yes, we crave balance, but what? We can have balance all on our own because the scale is balanced with nothing on it too. And that's another thing they don't get. They don't get how you could be like an independent people pleaser. You know, like how are you an independent people pleaser? Because I can please people by creating an aesthetic that we both enjoy. Like, like my nails and other people and sharing stuff like this channel and stuff. So it's like, how do you people please? But hey, I'm a person, come please me. That's not how it works. And then for the Geminis, you always confuse people with your intellect hair. Like the Gemini, like they're like, because you don't cry, you don't get caught up in your emotions. And it's just like, winner is the winner takes all. It's the thrill that, and that's Aquarius too. You're caught up in the thrill. We're caught up in a whole different way that people don't understand. It's like, to the point where even though you have that submissive energy, you often have people, they can't do nothing but communicate to us directly. People have to communicate with us directly because all of that sideways ish, we're not hearing it. Like you trying to read us, pull us by our emotions is very okay. Well, I think that this is the reason that you did this, and da, 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 da. And even though you might want to avoid conflict as a Libra, Venus, once it's already on the scale, we're going to put more conflict on the scale to balance it out. Like, I don't want to be in conflict, but if you want, like, let's fight. And then it's like, never mind, why fight? Like, exactly. When we could have talked this out, we could have communicated, we could have had such a better connection here. And this is what people have are feeling about you. You guys are adorable. You're adorable because you're unique and you like uniqueness. I'm like, I love that they said that there. We like uniqueness and intellect. Everybody I dated was smart. Like the person I was in love with, first love. I think that's like one of my only loves. They were either unique or extremely intelligent, and like and had like gracefulness to them too. I do not like people who. That's probably why I could not stand those hood motherfuckers. I'm like they don't carry themselves gracefully. Like they spit on the ground. Like they're very unrefined in the Bronx. Very unrefined. Some of them are aesthetic though, but a lot of them, surprisingly enough, picked up my style. Like a lot of the people in that area in Melrose, they now got colorful braids and took on some sort of style like mine, but it's as expected. I like being a style pusher here. Is it over coming out? Is it over? Yeah, somebody doesn't understand if it's over or not, or if you're still engaged in this sort of intellectual battle. And I find that shit hilarious. You left a lot of people wondering if you guys are still trying to dance or is it done. They're like, oh, are we getting another dance or is it it? Like, is this it? They're wondering, is it it? I want more, but I'm scared. I want more, but I'm scared here. So some of you guys, you scared some people by challenging them mentally, by challenging them emotionally. They feel like they're scared because they know if they play games with you, they're gonna lose. Like, they're gonna lose because you guys can do what a lot of people can't, and that's add intellect to emotions. You know how to either intellectualize or philosophize, or like you guys know it, like you how to add that to emotions here. We got seeing you makes my day. Seeing you makes my day comes out here. You got somebody that still watches you a lot. They watch your phone. Like they watch you post here. They're very like you guys are very interesting yourselves. If you guys have any of the air signs and Venuses, you guys are weird when it comes to love. Those are the natural weirdos. when it comes to love and you love another weirdo here. You got a weirdo who's attracted to you because you were attracted to them. Somebody felt like they were put on a pedestal and then boom, dropped down because you guys could truly understand people and say these words in a certain way that gets people all high and seduced here. Like, I'm hearing that Manhattan song. You cannot change a pimp. Too many hoes done overdosed off of this game I spit. Make it make sense. Like, you cannot change a pimp. Too many hoes done overdosed off of this game you spit. Like, like, oh gosh, you want to make money this hot for a pimp. Kind of like, I'm hearing that song out here. You walk away like a pimp. Even the Libra Venuses, who people be sure we gonna lose because we're so kind, so sweet, like, we like people to be in pleasure. We might prioritize other people's needs, but, like I said, I've learned not to do that. I've learned to put myself first, like, get mine before I get others, because people might try to do you dirty. They're like, oh, so now I'm going to stab you. I'm going to leave you hanging. Like, some people can hate that kindness, and that's all, but for as far as my personal relationships, I love to give and I love things to just be beautiful here. We got Will I See You Again coming out here. Will I see you again coming out under Is It Over? Will I see you again? Somebody's wondering if it's really over, if you're going to see them again. Yo, oh my goodness. You got somebody highly confused, heavily confused here on how to, you got them confused because you're not bleeding your air. You're not bleeding like how they thought you would bleed. You're not like, you're not in your heart about it. When you guys are heartfelt, like they're like, how could somebody be so heartfelt, but they're not in their heart? They're not in their, like, whatever. You mean more to me than, you mean more to me than you think. You mean more to me than you think here is coming out. I feel like some of you guys know that you mean a lot to this person, but they just weren't willing to express it. Some of you guys, this is somebody you met and it was briefly, and you just figured, okay, they don't care about me. I'm moving on here. A lot of you guys know what words to tell yourself without somebody trying to pacify you. You got the best words, and when it comes to love and emotions, and that's highly important. Even your inner words and your inner thoughts, you can stop your mind from scrambling. You guys don't wonder about people like how they wonder about you. Because a lot of you guys, you already got people figured out. You're like, oh, this person wanted to blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. I guess they on some blah, blah, blah. Either way, they don't care, blah, blah, blah. And then you move on. Just got people stuck. Divine, say something more. I hope you are doing well is coming out here with the I can feel you. Somebody can feel your energy pulling away, and they hope you're doing well here. I feel like maybe they met you in a time where you weren't doing so well. Maybe you were not in your right state of mind. You could have been going through a lot of things and they realized that. But now that you guys are upright, they're like, I wonder if you still know, like, that interaction meant something to me. Like, you guys could have either been drinking when you met this person, you could have been in a state of stress, a state of depression, you could have been feeling something, that you don't normally feel here. But they feel like, maybe they didn't make as much impact on you. But that's it, you guys. I hope you have a good day, night, evening, whenever you're catching this Venus love reading.